Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronosplays Apollo Justice. Today, we're blackmailing Gavin. You were saying something about your motorcycle not starting. And something about your guitar case being busted? You're well informed. You mentioned it a few times. It all happened this morning. It's all the key ring's fault. The key ring? I got all my keys on it, yeah? My bike key, my car key, and the key to my chassis belt. Wait, so this key ring, it disappeared. I thought I put it in my jacket pocket. Prosecutor Gavin's key ring disappeared? I come to the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. And in order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that, the very one, up in flames. And right on stage too. I actually thought that was part of the show. Crazy. And to top it all off, Mr. LaTroy's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Strange days indeed. You think? What do you mean you think? What's wrong, Chusey? Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, this heart-shaped keyring gets stolen. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. LaTroy dies. Yeah, and can it all be like just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning, Diane, can you make any sense of all this? Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned. You aren't thinking what you're thinking, are you? I am. What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here, alright? My name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us all in the dark. What are you talking about? Haven't you noticed the connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today? Well, yeah. You know, something has been bugging me too. The keyring, and the guitar, and the body. Slow down there, Polly. You look a wee bit dizzy. He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. Fess up. If you're a man, you're as clueless as I am. Huh? No. Give her forehead a chance. Let's see your evidence of the connection. Shall we? Evidence? Oh, shit. I think you better think of something pronto. Come on. Let's see it. What's the connection between Mr. Gavin's troubles? The keyring, right? Or the concert, even. It would be the keyring, right? The connection is this, right? I would say you were close, but really you're kind of far, remote even. Oops, try not to anger Chusey, Apollo. No sudden emotions, just find the evidence slowly. Postcard? Action is this, no. Is it the mixing board? I don't know how that's connected to his motorcycle, his guitar bursting into flames, and his locked guitar case. The ballad? It's this, isn't it? A lyric sheet? The guitar serenade? What's that got to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Farloon hadn't pointed out. What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles. Maybe it's coincidence, or perhaps it means something. Don't you think? I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics in this song. Okay, what? Sugar all night in your embrace when you stole away the key. Oh. Okay. Sure. I mean, that makes sense. Alright, maybe it does. What? No way. The song's prediction. Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. The list of them in order that they occurred. While reading the lyric sheet, first the keyring was stolen. And not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring. That's right there. When you stole away the keys my heart held on to so tight. This is a heart holding keys. And next to the guitar burst into flames. I mean, we skipped the whole line there, but yeah. And then Mr. LaChoice was killed. But that's crazy. Yeah, no kidding. So everything that happened today is here? This song predicted it all. Or perhaps it was the other way around. The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics. But who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubts. I believe you stumbled upon someone quite vital and quite annoying. He looks pleased. The lyrics predicting the crime. Seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, the murder. The keyring might have been dropped by accident, yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think that it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutor Gavin's as calm as collected as ever. The criminal match their actions to the lyrics? That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? Well, while we think about it, I'm gonna go get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm gonna go talk to the Borg embassy about Mr. LaChoice. Oh, right. Thanks, Darian. I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here with my floppy, erect hair. A foreign national, Mr. LaChoice was killed. It seems like that would have to be the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today. Maybe this is the real prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom. Oh, I've had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourselves, yeah? Yeah. I guess this is all we're going to get from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves Lamiroir in question. Two questions. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Lamiroir is now? I had to go to my dressing room. With the pianist, Machi Tobey, of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. LaChoice's sudden passing. Gavin in his dressing room. Got it. Alright. So we gotta go talk to Symbols Lady and Blind Kid. Hello. Eek! Who's there? There he goes again. Who is that guy? Huh, Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. So he's a friend of yours? No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Curious and curious, sir. Seeing our thing? Is it him? Might be him. Here. Ah, Lamiroir! What? What has happened? I heard that Mr. LaChoice had died. Lamiroir, you speak English. I mean, yeah, Jesus. Ah, yes. I was invited here by the Republic of Borginia, but I am not Borginian by birth. But wasn't Mr. LaChoice your interpreter? That, yes. Well, it was Mr. LaChoice's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also... No, Machi is Borginian. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me. What has happened to Mr. LaChoice? Why did he... Actually, Mr. LaChoice was fucking killed. Trucy, huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said. Not a word. But Mr. LaChoice is Lamiroir's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party? Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I suspect. All we have been told is that to wait in his room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course. I'm always willing to help. She's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on it, but I like this Lamiroir. What is it, Machi? What? But you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Machi, he's not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Probably not, actually, but go for it. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me? You ever see this gun before? Oh, wait. Wrong button. You mind looking at this? Sorry, I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you, but I've never seen a gun in my goddamn life, apparently. I guess we can talk to you first. Oh, actually, you want to see my badge? Okay. Postcard? Sure. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Talk! Lamiroir! Republic of Bourguignon. That's in Northern Europe, right? I've never even heard of it. I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. Oh, you don't say! You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Producers tend to look for talent, you see. Lamiroir, you're not from Bourguignon originally. Were you born here? Well... Oh, is that supposed to be a secret? I imagine image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Yes, it is something like that. That. A contract, you might say. I'm also not to speak anything but Bourguignon in public. Image is important, I guess. She's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound. Painter in what? She travels the world, turning the sights she sees in the music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh, I use your songs all the time on my stage acts. I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I? Yeah, you probably do, actually. Stop while you're ahead, Trucy. This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even call you a siren of the ballad, right? Right. In Bourguignon, Lamiroir means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was. Machi! Your pianist, Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. He's very European. I met him while singing in the restaurant in Bourguignon. He is an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale almost. I noticed he already leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first I hesitated at dragging him across the world. Hesitated, not hesited. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Bourguignon before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I together are Lamiroir, together always. Okay. Mr. LaChoice was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. LaChoice at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard, and, as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter, even though you speak English? Yes, but we were to visit more places than just that, here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this, though I fear that may have to be cancelled now. Mr. LaChoice was from the Republic of Bourguignon, too. Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there's much I do not know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will even tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. Mr. LaChoice was a talented man. The siren of ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that has become so well known. The siren, that's what he meant. Huh? Apollo? You're the siren, right, Lamiroir? That is the meaning of my name in Bourguignon, yes. It was the name my producer gave me. Why do you ask? Very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. What do you mean, important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case. How? When we found Mr. LaChoice, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words were flashback. Ask witness, hang in there. Who was the witness? The witness is Siren. You said Siren? Really? I was the only one here there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said.
Mr. Troy said that? That's the witness.
And you're the siren. Did you see what happened? Lamiroir?
Might I ask, are you with the police?
Well, no. I am a defense attorney.
An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes?
Is that a problem?
Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think.
Lamiroir,
I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. Afraid you lack the authority to ask them.
Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us?
I believe we are through here.
I believe so. What about this attorney badge? Don't worry about it. Yeah. What about this? Really, you're not gonna, like, see anything? Brooch? Oh, does this brooch look familiar to you?
My brooch, yes. Well, it may be mine.
Yours, Lamiroir.
I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it.
Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lamiroir's.
Thank you. I was wondering where I had dropped it.
So this brooch belonged to her. That begs the question, is something wrong, Apollo? What was the brooch doing at the crime scene? Keys? Mixing board? Okay. Well, I guess that is it. Bye-bye. Whoa, who's there now?
Oh, it's you.
Where were you? Emma. Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual.
You bet something's wrong. It's impossible. The impossible has happened. It's all your fault, you know.
Oops, maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene.
What do you mean, impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone.
The body? Is the body gone? What's
gone? The body, stupid. What else?
Holy shit! Is the magician actually him?
Mr. Troy's body has disappeared. What?
Prosecutor Gavin. From your vacant stairs, I gather you heard the news. I heard Mr. Latroce's body's gone missing?
Look for yourself.
What the pickle? Quite the pickle.
How can you stand there? We have to start the investor.
There's no need for alarm. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this. How could Mr. Troy's body just disappear?
Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching.
Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but you had Darian? The Geeter's gone missing. It was in the dressing room?
Geeter? Who's Geeter?
That's what I call my guitar. You like, man? Your guitar was stolen.
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters.
Okay, body first, then guitar. If someone finds the guitar, please bring it to our dressing room. Geeter's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Disappearing act.
Well, this sure is a what? Did he call it a sausage? No, wait, it was a pickle. And it's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room.
Sorry, not much else I can say.
That's alright. Top priority now is finding the body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackos should do the trick.
You need to watch your sugar intake, Emma. That is actually a lot of sugar. I don't know how much sugar is in those snacks, but at the same time, this is not the time to be waving a bag of snackos in my face. She's just hallucinating. Alright, sorry about that. I was about to say, I'm assuming everything here... Oh, no. There should be a body here, but there's not. How could this have happened, and why? I don't know. Maybe Trucy ate the body. Nah, she was with us, actually, the entire time, right? Oh, she's gone too? To the stage, then.
Huh, does something seem different to you, Apollo?
Something is definitely different here.
Let's check it out!
Really? The guitar?
I'm not sure that's all that important right now. Let's check out the thing that is in the middle of the stage.
And this? Oh, did it raise?
That stage there must have been lowered before.
That's the tower that Lamiroir and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on.
Someone must have raised it. Huh. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top.
Maybe we should get Emma.
What are you talking about? We had to see this sort of thing for ourselves.
I'm not so good with heights.
Stop whining and start climbing.
Ugh. It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. Eek! We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist Machi Tobe. Oh shit, did they kill a kid? They've threatened that before in this game, but not so much done it. Wow, that console last night sure went south in a hurry.
No kidding. Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at me like it's my fault. Machi Tobe, oh, he's arrested, so he was alive. Machi, the blind pianist, arrested on suspicion of murdering romaine lettuce.
I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible.
I guess they had proof of some kind.
What proof could possibly prove that?
Morning. Prosecutor Gavin? What a night, huh? I apologize for being so upset.
Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Machi? Why?
Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was tough for me too. We performed together that night after all. Yet, the powers that be say, given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? The mayor was invited from the Borginia as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital that this case gets wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really. All those circumstances. Well, all of those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Machi the only possible suspect? Here, forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy. Ah, right. I think I like this side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case, especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say? Me? The defense attorney? That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention hall. He wants to request your services. You mean Machi. Machi wants me.
This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going.
Right. Good luck. I'm off to question Lamiroir. Right, later. I hope I'm up to this. How are we gonna do that, though? He doesn't speak English, right?
Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible.
Oh, Trusa, you naive, sweet child. That is unfortunately not completely unheard of. Some of the most vicious murders, just the disturbing murders, have been done by quote-unquote cute little kids before. Alright? It's not often, but unfortunately it happens way too much. Like, happening once every few years is way too much, but unfortunately I think it happens more than that. Good lord. You said that already. Dots?
Machi, everything's going to be okay. We're here for you.
Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night? Symbols.
Huh?
Symbols! Symbols! That's when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known.
Maybe Lamiroir can help?
But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? I'm off the question. Oh, yeah.
Well, what are we going to do?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow.
Symbols.
To be continued. Oh, that was good questioning. Yeah, I guess. Day 1 trial. July 9th, District Court. Court is now in session for, how do I say that? Machi Tobe, Your Honor. The pixie of... Arpego? Sure, right, his trial. Court is in session. Defense is ready, Your Honor. No, we're not. The prosecution is A-okay here, Judge. Very well. Prosecutor Gavin. My opening statement, yeah? No, actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about. Yes? Say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them? I mean, you wouldn't say, get well soon, right? Oh, no. You don't do that. It might slip out, though, when you're leaving. You'd only be kicking them, when they're down. What are you talking about? Actually, I'm going to visit someone who is terminally ill. Right after this trial, the Chief Justice's son. The Chief Justice? His son is afflicted with the most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems. So I thought I'd go pay him a visit. I thought saying something moving might be in order of the day. Why don't grown-ups ever just say what's on their mind instead of pretending? She's looking at me. Well, honestly, hey, what are you looking at me for? When you're visiting someone who is terminally ill or having a really horrible time, sometimes you don't say what's on your mind because that's not necessary. I'm not saying lying or anything like that. Just don't make it worse, pretty much. In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly. Oh, you're in luck here, Judge. I believe you'll be going to the hospital visit sooner than you think. First, to review the victim in this case, Romain Letois, age 35. That's right, he's 35. My god. The global manager of the diva songstress, Lamiroir. The cause of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. This report has all the details. The court accepts this into evidence. Probably look at that. 45 caliber, that's quite large, isn't it? A direct hit for that could knock a man off his feet. Yeah, I mean, getting shot in general, it's probably going to take you off your feet a little bit. Usually just from the pain. Unless adrenaline's kicking. However, a bullet struck him in the shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was such that he could not be saved. But the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering. 2 shots were fired. One shot missed, the other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall of the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit. I see. This court accepts this into evidence. We're getting so much evidence! If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver, we must assume that the killer was apt with the weapon's use. Really? Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body. The defense will take more care in choosing examples, even if they are true. As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in the dressing room. This dressing room was the only entrance. Has only one entrance. This door. That does seem to be the case. Yes. Oh, that was the judge. However, there were witnesses who heard the gunshots. You're talking about you and Emma, huh? Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course. But that's impossible. Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person. One person? That is, of course, the defendant, Machi Tobe. Only the defendant could have committed the crime? So the way they're talking up, like, the revolver, you know, not to judge appearances or anything like that, I have a feeling like this little blind pianist dude would not be able to fire the gun, right? Unless he set up a sort of rigging system, I guess. But how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime make it clear.
Very well, I assume you have testimony to back up this claim. Please show the witness to the stand. Emma! How dare you do your job?
Your name and profession, please. Emma Sky, I'm a detective for the police department. I was on security detail at the concert forum that night.
Emma seems tired somehow. She always seems tired. Security at a concert, you say?
Some security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Now, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know? I'm sure that makes her feel much better. And also the people you have convicted probably feel so much better hearing you say that. I want to hear about those bigger mistakes. In any case, because you were on security detail, the crime was quickly discovered, and you were able to identify the killer. You may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of that day and your discovery of the scene. Crime, please.
All right. The night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved with the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I heard shots. I went into the room filled with blaring rock music and found the body. I examined the scene and determined that only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky the detective was the first on the scene.
But the door was the only way out of the room, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it?
Looks like we need a bit more information. Very well, the defense may begin their cross-examination. Hi, Emma. If I bribe you with snackos, you gonna give me the right information? The night of the murder was the night of the concert, yet?
That's right, you fucking idiot.
What was the detective doing on security detail, might I ask? If it was only a concert.
My thoughts exactly. But orders are orders, even when they come from the rock gods.
Prosecutor Gavin? Yeah, allow me to explain. I smelled something that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy.
That day at the concert hall.
Conspiracy?
Well, isn't it obvious? My keys! The whole morning, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my fucking keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my guitar case. And here he goes again.
Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them?
Misplaced them? Misplaced items just don't wander into a murdered victim's hands on their own.
What's this? Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hands, that makes you a prime suspect. Love, slow-acting Anew. Atrogarian is waiting for you. What?
He's singing something.
Does everything with this guy have to be over the top? The killer happened to be in the middle of my concert. Oh, the killing happened to be. I was, like a sailor, adrift on the sea of sounds. But wasn't the pianist playing in your concert? Anyways, I don't want anything else stolen. So I put the detective on with the most time on their hands on the task. I see. I can accept that.
Well, I can't. What do you mean, time on their hands?
Please, testimony. We were let in, though.
I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you.
I gave Ferlin special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again.
Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now.
Gee, great.
Some other hanger-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off.
So no other outsiders were there then?
And then...
I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots.
You were the one chatting, and I was eating snackos.
Ah, hey, no snacking, Hort.
You sure the shots came from the mayor's room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet.
Smith, you talk. Thanks. Oh, how about that? How about it, Emma?
You were right. Yeah, you're hard to be mistaken about that.
Please, either talk or eat, not both at the same time. Gulp.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door.
I don't know why, but I like the interactions between Apollo and Emma. Rock?
Blaring, yes.
When you say rock, you're referring to, perhaps, to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days. That's right. When we went into the dressing room, music was blaring on the speaker on the wall. They piped sound back into this from the stage into the backstage area through the speaker. That's when people know the cues. Yes. Did it have to be so loud? You don't listen to the Gaviniers with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitor at full volume.
When we walked in the room, I'm putting on my shades. The band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing, then everyone on stage on that for that song has an alibi, including myself.
Anyways, I closed off the scene and started my investigation.
How could you know something like that?
As I said, it was clear this from the circumstances. Listen, we know there was only one exit from the room, the door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility, the air vent.
But the air vent was too small. Who could possibly...
Exactly. There's certainly no way we could get through, nor you could get through, nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child.
A child? It was Trucy! Oh wait, no, she was with us. No, she wasn't. She was in the audience. But that doesn't give her an alibi because we didn't see her. I mean, we left her there.
Remember, access to those rooms are limited. Only those involved with the concert are allowed.
And all the people involved with the concert, only one is small enough to be considered a child. The defendant. The pixie of Pegaro flitted up towards the sky. And then Venus, not a pixie, kinda overweight actually, came onto Chronos' lap and almost bumped into the microphone and disappeared from the scene. But that's just conjecture.
Oh, there's no other way out of that room.
You were there, you should know, here, forehead.
And there's another vital piece of evidence.
Evidence? What?
Marks were found in the air vent grill. Traces that it had recently been opened.
Wait, what?
And something else was found, quite clearly. The defendant, Machi Toby's fingerprints.
What? What? Yeah, you probably start off with that one, actually. Order! Order! That air vent was the only way out of this room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, here, forehead, what fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could pass through that air vent, that doorway to heaven. And that one is our pixie.
Why are you looking at me, Paulo? Hey, I was out whooping it in the audience.
So this is decisive evidence. That is pretty good fucking evidence, to be quite honest. Quite decisive indeed. I believe that is enough of that. The prosecution has a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was watched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. I believe we've heard enough. We heard someone leave the room, right? Even if it wasn't in a hurry to make a hospital visit. I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture. Unfortunately, we have no direct witness. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us. That will be enough. It can't be over already. Very well. I believe this trial is finished. If the defense has no contradicting evidence, the prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it better be clear and plain.
Paul, they got us on the ropes already. We better come up with something quick.
Okay, one second. No, options. Thank you. Just in case this is like a one-hit kill. Think, what can we get us out of this? We need evidence or a witness that proves Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. Without that, gulp. Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you'd better tell us about it. This is it, and soon. If I mess this one up, it's all over. The court wants contradicting proof. Oh, shit. Let's look at the court records. High caliber weapon. Gunshot. Time of death 9. We actually haven't looked at these yet, so let's look at them. Well, lost due to 45 caliber. Time lapse between shooting death currently under review. Okay, never mind. So it's either show witness, which would probably be Lamiroir, or show evidence, which I don't think we have. Now I'm thinking the gun, because they keep saying how high caliber it is and how strong the kickback is, right? And Machi, tiny dude, tiny 14-year-old dude. Not saying a 14-year-old would be able to shoot a 45 in reality. In game-wise, though, he's a tiny dude, doesn't have training with guns. I mean, that'd probably be why the first shot missed, right? Actually, that's probably, no, that's actually very evidence against my my point, actually, because he's so untrained, the gun's so strong, he missed the first shot after firing it. But I don't think it's gonna be it, though. I don't know. I feel like if that was already contradicting proofs of evidence, it would be, we wouldn't be in this trial right now, because if they were like, this 14-year-old wouldn't be able to use this, right? It'd be obvious. So call a witness. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim there was no witnesses to the crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I'd swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And my million-seller hit song, That. There you go again. That's too bad, because there was a witness. Ho ho, really now? But how did you come to possess knowledge of the prosecution? Clearly does not. Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. Flashback to reality. Oops, he comes a dead man. Well, not dead at this point. Feel like, straight up though, we don't need to go through all this. You could have just cut to the part where he's like, the witness, the siren. So, I had a couple comments like, wow, you're gonna really enjoy these flashbacks, Chronos. Yeah, I guess. What? The victim said this before he died? Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? All we know is what here forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially not when it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignored me completely. It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. That's enough. Mr. Justice, we need to clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours, unknown to the prosecution. Hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for. 2 bars! I was expecting 1 hit kill. It would have to be you, right? Should I? No. Yes? No. Say the dead man? No. Lamiroir. Recall Mr. LaChoice's last words. The witness! The siren. Haha, he meant siren. No shit. What? That's right, the siren of the ballad. Lamiroir. Lamiroir was only on stage for a second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, that claim still stands. There was no witness in this crime. Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, shall we? Wow, rude. Also, that's it for this episode. We'll see that next time. Have a great day. Bye.